So hi there, welcome to lesson 8. We're looking at saving files. Now it's not going to be a long lesson, but just to emphasize certain reasons why we save it and then the syntax, and we will use the practicals in the next lessons to just illustrate. So if you are using a Stata file anywhere, it means someone saved it. Someone started the whole process and then saved the file. So if you are going to share your files or share your end results or share your clean data, you have to learn how to save your files. Okay, so let's quickly move on and just understand why we save. I mean, it may look like a very silly question, but it's very important to know, especially when you are doing data management, why we save. Now here, I just show a picture that shows the 6 stages of a woman doing her makeup. So it's just to illustrate a point. And this is how data 2 is prepared. If you see in certain pictures, there are different, I don't know what to use the word devices. I'm speaking like an engineer, but there are different items she uses. So there's something like a purple or pink stuff on her face, and then there's a brush, and the brushes are different in texture and color if you look closely. So the whole idea is that when you save, at each stage, through the sizes. And another analogy is the one for the rice. Just in case you didn't watch the rice video, this hopefully should help. So as you move from one level to another, the phase 2 is changing. There are certain things they are done, so you can try and notice the changes. But there is saving, like snapping the picture at every stage. Something is done, some improvement is made, and that's important because sometimes you may want to start from a certain level, a previous level, like the one with the pink foam. Please permit my words. So you may want to start from there and then move forward. So you don't need to start from scratch if you had saved at a certain level. So basically, saving just helps you to keep a record after every activity. Now you may determine how frequent you want to do that, and that's depending on your strategy. But it's always good in the journey to the final result that you keep a record of what you are doing. So basically that's it. You just want to keep a record of every single stage. Maybe when you drop duplicates, when you label the data, and then you give it names to show probably the stage where you are. People do that. Or you move them into folders and still retain their names. So there's a folder called check. There's a folder probably called clean. There's a folder called raw. There's a folder called final or clean data, So it works also in dynamics with folders. So just see all those stages I just showed you about this woman's makeup, like different folders. So, and if I needed to go back, to find out what she did 4 steps ago, it's also going to be straightforward. I can go back to this and then start from here and move here without any hassles. I don't need to start from the very beginning. That's one of the benefits anyways. But sometimes you may need to do that beginning thing over and over again sometimes, and sometimes you don't really need it. And I will explain that in module 10. Okay, let's look at the saving syntax. So it's basically save asterisk file name, and why I put the asterisk is there. You could use the folder path. Now we use this principle when we're using use. Either you specify the directory or you specify the file path. Now we do a bit of more file path in the practical for this entire module than folder path, than just the cd command. So I'll use less of the cd command just to let you know that there's another way of saving or using files. Okay, so yeah, that's it. We are done with this module, and then we'll just go on straight to the practical session for 8. And at the end of the practical session for lesson 9, we would try to tie up everything we have learned in this module. Very interesting work to be done. We'll try to also see if we can get what I call a brain teaser or some exercise and tasks that you can do. The files will be in the link in the next lesson. So please watch out for lesson number 9, where we take everything we have learned in this module, apply it, and then drop some task with you. I call them brain teasers, and then you find out the solutions to these problems and help share with your friends. The whole idea is also to help to see how much of Stata people really know in your community or in your environment, and help to make sure that we are building efficient Stata codes and doing great job with Stata when it comes to data. So I'll see you in the next lesson, where we'll take an overall practical session to wrap up everything we have done in Module 2. Thank you. See you in the next video.